And I was like, yes!
Had to do the Will Smith Pursuit of Happiness. Yes.
So I knocked Black Panther head off of there, but I was excited. What's going on, YouTube? It's actually a place to be. Children, Mr. Andy and the anime hero Swag on Zero.
What's going on, everybody?
We are back here with another TV Experience, episode 5 of WandaVision. And man, if you thought episode 4 was hitting it, I'm telling you, episode 5 just blew the roof off and let everybody turn to Dick Tracy this weekend. All right, everybody was sitting there just going through and talk about some little man analyzing everything. You hear me? So I'm gonna say, well, come on, it's our time to do this too. So what we're gonna do is, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, because every single week we are going to be reviewing WandaVision, and for Black History Month we're going to be reviewing Lovecraft Country. So stay tuned for Saturdays, Sundays for that. And every weekend is the movie experience. Every single weekend is going to be a Black History movie and a new movie. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because this past weekend we had Black Klansman, and today, when you guys are watching this, Malcolm and Marie. So John David Washington movie weekend. So stay tuned for all that stuff. So if you're new here, hit that like button down below. So WandaVision episode 5. What we're going to do is we're going to go right into our quick little review of how we felt about it, and then our spoiler breakdown, because I know Swag took notes. I took notes. Diggs is going crazy. So we're going to do this. So first off, Swag, how'd you like episode 5? Hold all the spoilers until we get to spoiler section.
Because I had to wait for spoilers, fantastic. I'm tired of repeating myself saying every single episode is getting better, but this is one of them shows where every single episode is truly getting better and better. And especially for a double episode, because this was twice the length of what we've originally gotten with the previous episodes.
Real, you know what? It's so funny. I just go on there. I don't pay attention to time. I'm like, half hours, whatever. I usually pay
attention to time. Like the first 4 episodes, was about 30 minutes long. This was around the 40-minute mark.
Whew, all right, 10 minutes.
And once I saw that, I was like, something's going to be revealed. And also the title said, tune in for this special ellipsis. So I was like, okay, maybe this is the way they're going. And also, I heard there's going to be 9 episodes instead of 12. So there might be more episodes. Yeah, I know. I was letting you know. There's going to be 9 episodes instead of 12. So I'm pretty sure they're going to start hour chunks the deeper we get into it. But as I said, complete nerdgasm. Fantastic episode. There's a lot to talk about.
Yes, there is. I have to agree with you complete. I have to give WandaVision, about to do the build-up. I got to give WandaVision a complete nerdgasm. It was great. I'm telling you, it was everything Marvel was just trickling down, talking about something. All we actually do was wait. I was like, you're right.
Yes, it's funny because I read an article earlier this week, and I also shared it on my Facebook, and it said WandaVision is not bad. People just forgot how to watch TV, and that's 100% true.
Yes.
People are in my comment section who was like, no, this show was slow. I was like, building. You can't, you're not just going to hit. It was like, well, episode 4 already confirmed what we all knew. I'm like, that's because we are into the MCU. They also have to cater to the casual fans that are not into this. If my mom watches this, she's going to be utterly confused.
Yes.
So you need to cater for those. And then once you do, throw it all out there. Let everything hit the wall. Everything hit the wall.
I'll tell you, this finale going to be crazy. I'm telling you that right now. This finale going to be crazy.
Yeah, I do have some theories for this.
So you know what, guys? You guys have been warned. Now it's time for the spoiler time. So if you're still with us, it's spoiler time. We're going to get into spoilers and breakdown of the episode as we run down the episode and get into some of our...
Before you get to that, do you mind if I stand on my soapbox real quick?
You know what? Let me sit down.
Okay. Told everyone Scarlet Witch was stronger than Captain Marvel. Everybody saying Captain Marvel's the strongest Avenger. Captain Marvel's the strongest Avenger. I was like, no, it is not. Wanda is the strongest Avenger in the MCU. But y'all try to fight me. You know what? I got hit. I got attacked. It's all good. I got attacked, but it's okay. Victory favors the patient. I just let it go. I just let it happen. And now look at it. Look what God has revealed to you people.
We ain't on the back of the bus no more.
Not at all. Not at all. I felt so vindicated. As soon as I saw the episode, I paused my Facebook. I was like, I remember every single one of you that told me I was wrong. I want an apology. And if you're watching this, let me look at it. If y'all watching this, in the comment section, apologize. You're welcome. You could go on misstating my apologies.
Y'all heard him. Y'all better apologize. And if y'all think about it, better wake up.
It's too late for me to yell, so
bro, I do this show all the time. It took me years for somebody to come back and talk about something. Age of Ultron wasn't really that good. I've been saying that damn thing since it came out. You know what I'm saying?
I still enjoy the movie, but I give credit to where it's due. You were right.
I said, this is what I mean, shit. We see the 50 where I was just like, all that stuff. So, we kick off WandaVision now. The twins are here. So Wanda and Vision sitting there and they're trying to rock the twins to sleep. Trust me, I know this life. Okay, so the baby just not just not going to sleep and everything like that, stuff like that. But she puts the kids down. She says, I know my mother's not supposed to cheat, but I'm gonna try to, and she tries to put the kids to sleep, but the kids do not go to sleep.
Go to sleep, my babies.
Yep.
It's a hit number one.
Yep.
And Vision goes, he tries to read a Charles Darwin book of creation, stuff like that, to the kids. That doesn't work neither. It could be hinting at something about mutants.
Yep.
Then he goes against the Binkies, and then when they get the Binkies, they're still crying, and then all of a sudden, when they think they need help, here comes Agnes in the room, and she comes in and she's willing to help and everything. But as Vision was like, I didn't think he was coming over here. But as Vision goes away from what the script is called, Agnes drops this line on him.
Take that again. You want me to hold the babies?
And it says, so do you want to take it from the top? Wanda looks lost. And then as she says that, she's just like, as you wanted me to hold the babies, and we go on, and the Vision's just like, it's hitting them. And I'm just like, it's hitting. When Vision goes over to talk to Wanda, he's just like, wait a minute, hold on. Did you not hear what I had to say? And Wanda's brushing this whole thing off. So before we go any further, what do you necessarily think? Right in that little open, that takeaway,
right? Is
she in control or is she not in control to you?
It's actually because I have a big theory and it plays on to later what happens. So I don't want to touch it just yet.
Fair enough.
But I do have something big, and I've been scrolling through the internet trying to get some understanding of it.
Okay.
So I'll make the big reveal.
Okay. Well, Vision is where it's going. So we all have an opening, and then I'm pretty sure you probably see this on the internet of what the opening is based off of.
It's Full House. I did get some Full House vibes.
Well, the main one.
I'm not sure.
Family Ties from the age of Michael J.
That's
Fox.
Right. Okay. That's
Family
right.
Ties.
I forgot all about that show.
Let me tell you something. How my wife was, she was like, I seen this show. She would not watch the rest of the WandaVision until she figured out what show that was. And when she finally, she's like, I remember, and she started singing the whole theme song and everything. I was just like, so Family Ties and Michael J. Fox, when they have the painting of in between, they would paint in the picture. That's how WandaVision also. Then they had the little picture scrolling through of them when they were kids and everything like that.
The Vision ones was hilarious. The Vision ones was hilarious.
The Vision ones were hilarious. But take note that in those pictures, she hides her pain away.
Yep.
And I was just like, I didn't see that until the second time I watched the episode. She hides the pain away, and because the one picture when she was kind of like a kid in Sokovia, and there's all the war behind her, but there's no Pedro in the picture at all. Right. And I'm just like, Okay, so we had the Family Ties. There is a hint of Full House in there too.
Yeah.
But those who don't know, because me and Swag are more of the older generation, Elizabeth Olsen is Mary-Kate and Ashley's sister.
Yes.
And I believe it or not, a lot of people don't even know that.
Right. She looked just like them.
I mean, just like them. I mean,
not now.
She looked just like them the right way.
Yeah, in their prime.
The right way. I know what I said. I know what I said. But yeah, she looks just like him. So They have that. So then when we get to open up WandaVision, which actually the pain was even more creepier. Sometimes it's just it's like staring at it.
Right.
We get Monica Rambeau. Finally, she's getting scanned about what's going on. And she said that she can hear Wanda in her head, but she can also feel pain. She said, Wanda said something to me, but it was like all scattered. We really didn't hear what she said.
Right.
Some people have theory that she said trust or something else like that. I personally am not going to go off that because I don't know what she said.
Right.
Personally.
Right.
But what she does
I don't have any theories.
Jimmy Woo and what's it for?
Darcy.
Yeah,
Dr.
Darcy
Darcy
come in, and then they see the readings are kind of blank, and we don't know why they say the readings are the same blank. Then we get to the FBI briefing where we get Harrison,
Haywood.
FBI,
I thought it was Haywood.
Haywood, excuse me.
Haywood. Okay.
Yeah. Haywood, FBI agent, guy in charge. Where now he is labeling Wanda a terrorist, where Mike Rambeau was coming to the defense of her, saying that she's not really a terrorist because if she wanted to hurt me, she would have, but she protected me as she knocked me through the force field. But he made a claim that she has taken over everybody in West New Jersey, but she kept herself in quarantine. So there's a little bit of an argument going there, and we can see what side it is on. As even it make him and Jimmy will get into a little thing about the name Scarlet Witch.
Right. I actually like that because they never said what her superhero name was in this. So I'm assuming this is going to be like the Godzilla where they don't say Godzilla, but they're going to say it,
or up in the second movie.
Or I'm sorry, Man of Steel, where they didn't say Superman, but we know it's Superman. So I think they're going to bring it in a way where it say this is Scarlet Witch.
So as we go back to the television show, we see Vision is really kind of confused and complex and everything. He's asking Wanda all these questions, and she's just saying that he's over here to help us. As Adam's sitting there watching the kids, sprays lavender around the kids and everything. But then the kids stop crying, but then the kids disappear out their cribs, and they end up being about 5 years old. So the kids are growing at an exponential rate, and then Alice makes the comment saying,
"Kids, can't control them, no matter how hard you try."
That's another nugget.
You can't control. Now I'm sitting there even thinking even more. Or is she in control? Okay. So now I'm getting the theory to myself. I'm sitting there thinking like, wait a minute, she can't be in control.
Right.
She cannot. She may think she's in control, but she can't be in control. But you know what? She goes on to try to have this life with these kids, and Vision, of course, but Vision is still on edge. Meanwhile, Monica Rambeau is sitting there going over certain things, and then they have a little tease where Darcy X now gave a name to what Wanda's doing called the Hex due to all the hexagon stuff, and then they're realizing that what's going on in reality, that they don't think that's solid matter going on in there,
right?
Creating all this, but Monica's like, hold on, what's going in there? All that stuff is real.
She's just rewriting it.
She just got rewriting it, and then we get the whole thing of that hey, Wanda could have took out Thanos.
She could have taken out Thanos on her own if he hadn't initiated a blitz. I mean, nobody else came close.
And Thanos had to call the ship blast. Fire! Wanda had his number, had his social number, had
had his jersey crumbling.
Had the pager number, saying, had his girl number.
Thanos was about to get crucified, and he like, no, shoot them all. I don't care if some of us die, shoot them all. What did Captain Marvel do?
By the way, Jimmy Woo mentions Captain Marvel, and then the reaction on Monica Rambeau's face.
Yes.
Well, I'd argue that Captain Marvel came close.
Was just like, we not even talking about her.
Yeah. She rolled her eyes. Like
I'm trying to think, what is the beef? Is it like, I don't want y'all to know I'm friends with Captain Marvel, or is the thing like, yo, is she mad at Carol Danvers? Because remember, she did say in Endgame that she'd been going off and protecting all these different worlds. So she may not have seen her since she was a little girl, and she may have felt as though that she was abandoned and let her mama die.
Right. I was also thinking that. Also, this is it's a tad bit off topic, but it's within Monica's realm. I noticed because I feel like they're starting to push that Captain Marvel, the Spectrum, with her.
Yeah,
slowly but surely. I noticed within the last episode they did kind of tease what her power was. If you don't know her powers, she could absorb energy and phase through matter. As she's going through all the buildings, it's almost like she's phasing it.
yeah.
But when she comes out of it, it was all the power that Wanda gave her kind of just goes in her. So I believe she does have it at this moment, but hasn't truly tapped into it.
You know, I can agree with you on that one.
And there's another nugget. I'll save it to the end, but there's something I'm not sure if you noticed last episode, but I did catch on to it, and hopefully you did too.
I mean, okay, well, if you want to get to it, we can get to it right now. It doesn't necessarily matter.
Oh, okay. If you want to, I mean, it's up to you.
No.
It's up to you.
Go ahead. We're gonna be here for a minute.
While Monica and Hayward was in the S.W.O.R.D base, he said he was like, "We lost a lot of astronauts during the blip, but not a lot of them has come back."
Numbers for the astronaut training program.
Dismal. Lost half my personnel on the blip, and half of those remaining have lost their nerve.
Could that be teasing the Fantastic Four?
I'm thinking that because that wasn't needed today. Monica Rambeau said something saying that
I know an aerospace engineer who'd be up for this challenge.
I know just the astrophysicist.
That too.
This. Yep. But they never say who she's talking about. So the question, you could make a theory: is she talking about Reed Richards?
Right.
You know, is she talking about? Because at first I was like, she can't be talking about Carol Danvers because one, there's beef, and two, she was a pilot. She wasn't just like that. But I'm thinking they could be hitting at Reed Richards.
They could be, because that would be a nice touch.
I seriously doubt Marvel wants to come back and retell the Fantastic Four story.
They don't. Same thing with Spider-Man. They don't want to retell it. He already exists. Just throw it out there.
So I'm thinking that was my biggest hint. And the whole thing with action that is good also. Bringing that up as well for the astronauts. Monica gets a theory to saying, "Look, where are my clothes?" They're in briefing. Okay. Now, meanwhile, the kids are we're going back and forth between the 80s and what's going on in the real world. And the kids sit there, and then they have a dog, and they watch the dog in the sink. Wanda comes in there, and they see the dog, and the kids want to keep the dog. And then when Vision comes in there, Vision's just like, I don't want to say too much because somebody about to pop up with exactly what we need. And then here comes
Angus.
and then Wanda's just like, she makes a little dog. And he said, "What are you doing?" And he was like, he said, "Oh, she didn't even see it. She used to be paying attention to the dog." And he was just like, "No, we just agreed to hide our powers. And me, you used to be on such the same level, kind of like mentally. What is going on now?" The fabric of reality is cracking. When it comes to Vision. And which also makes you double back to they did an interview, and there was supposed to be a post-credit scene at Endgame.
Right. I was going to bring that up. That was the scene that we saw with Scarlet Witch busting in.
Going to retrieve Vision's body from S.W.O.R.D.
I would have liked that as a post-credit scene, to be honest.
I would have, but then once again, you know what? The reason why I think it wasn't a post-credit scene because nobody expected the pandemic to happen.
Sure.
And even though they had plans on WandaVision and stuff for Disney Plus,
Endgame was wrapping up its own story.
It's like this. So it's like, you know what? Instead of wrap Endgame up, and then now because all this stuff is we are in the next, saga.
You're right.
Right now, the whole Infinity Saga is done.
Right.
Yeah, so we're in the next saga. So it fit here.
Right.
It fit here, so I didn't mind it. So Vision goes now. Monica is back and she's been briefing. And she sees her 70s clothes, and she takes Jimmy Woo's gun and starts shooting at the clothes. He said, "Now, did you go in there with a bulletproof vest?" Showing that she never destroys anything. What she has, she changes it to fit to that reality. Yeah. So what if they can put something in that reality that doesn't need changing?
Right.
And I was like, "Oh damn! I didn't even think of that myself." And then they go and get this 80s drone.
Yep.
Hand to God, even born in.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell that was 80s.
I was just like, I didn't know they even had them drones in the 80s.
Right. I was like, I couldn't tell at all.
Unless
that looked like it came out yesterday.
Unless it was the government trying to find the crack houses. And I'm about to say, because I'm about to say, I don't know what y'all be doing. They got technology in the 80s. So as they're going in there, and then the kids are trying to baby Wanda to keep the dog, but then Vision has went off to work. Wanda hears the drone outside after the kids have asked her because
also you did skip over the kids aged themselves.
Yes, because Vision said
right.
that you couldn't take care of a dog until you're about 10, and the kids aged themselves to 10 years old.
Right,
which is kind of creepy as well. It was like, oh my gosh, the kids are not aging themselves.
Right.
So now, when it came to the dog, that they asked her mom, does she have a twin? He said his name is Pedro, but he's far away right now, and sometimes it does make me sad.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, she hears what's going on outside, and we going outside, and there's the drone hovering over her, trying to contact with Wanda. I ain't never been so scared of Wanda in my life. When I see her look up at that drone, her eyes started glowing.
I was scared of her when she did that Age of Ultron, the House of M thing to the Ultron box. I was like, oh, she's dangerous. She's dangerous.
Yeah,
then you had her looking at Thanos and Endgame just coming down. I was like, oh, she's dangerous.
She dangerous, but I'm talking about actual fear because the thing in Age of Ultron, it was cool with her, the witch-like moments, but then Hawkeye had that little electrocuted arrow, she on the head, and I was just like, yeah, joke's over. So it's like, but her just looking up like, oh, you. And y'all not even in the same realm, but you're still fucked. Because we come to the most badass scene where we get a breach in the thing, and she comes out. And she comes out in her Endgame suit.
Stay out of my home. You don't bother me.
The accent is back. She drags Joe. Is this one of y'all?
Yeah,
I'm just like, bruh. Who they got that was a Monica toss that shit? They were like,
I know that. I thought it was about to hit his shin. I was like, please don't. She about to hit someone the way she threw it.
Yeah. So she told everybody. So now we really have gotten the whole break into the episode now. And she's saying that this is her world. They need to stay out. But then Monica steps into it and says, look, I know they're gonna fire the drone because these anxious people, the government, they all gotta do all this shit.
Yeah. And
saying, look, I know you in there, and you know that I'm an ally. I help deliver your babies. You know that I want to help you. And she said, but what can you do to help me? He said, just what do you want? And she said, I already have everything I want. Right. And for everybody else to stay away. Best, bro.
And then she flicked the wrist.
When she flicked the wrist, like Magneto did in the first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
And turn the guns on that guy. Bro, when I say he was scared, hey, stand there.
Captain Marvel could never. Never.
When I say my man was, no lie, me and my wife rewound that drum about 4 times a leg.
Okay, hey.
You know how she feel about people with that kind of power in that position. She just give it to him. I was like, scared. Okay, he was scared. He had to go change his drawers after that. So, and I was like, whoa, we are making a big break. But then we go to Vision's work.
Before that, we had a commercial.
It's funny. My wife figured out the commercial before I did.
And it's crazy because once I saw that, then I started putting the pieces together of the other commercials. With this one, it was talking about Lagos. Lagos is where she had crossbones lift them up to the sky in the explosion. And they said something in that commercial. It was like, for the mistakes that you wish you, I forgot the exact wording. For the mistakes that you wish you never made.
Clean up messes that are not your fault.
Lagos. For when you make a mess, you didn't mean to.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So and then she picked up right on. I was just like, oh man, that's bounty. She's like, no. It's talking about the logo from Captain America: Civil War.
Right.
Now each one of the commercials has something to do with her pain. And
right. Exactly.
Somebody pointed out that each one of the commercials is Infinity Stones. where the
I
toast
had to look back.
in the middle was the Mind Stone, the watch was the Time Stone. You had the soap, which is the Tesseract, which is the
gosh.
Yeah, I forgot
space.
It's Space Stone, and then you had the red liquid, which was from Thor Ragnarok, reality stone. So I'm just like,
I didn't catch on to that. That's interesting.
Neither did I, but yeah. So if you had a commercial, so now with Vision's in his workplace, he's approached by this guy named Norm. They are new with these computers, and this is the '80s, so we're just getting age computers. Let me tell you something. I remember the sound of dial-up.
Yeah, me too.
I remember the sound of dial-up. All kids out there watching, y'all was opening your laptops and flicking your phones, and the shit was coming on. We had to wait for the.
Funny, because I was watching something on YouTube. It was an old gaming show.
Yeah.
And there was a commercial on that show that said, "Start out your AOL online, join the internet age. Call us now for your free 50-hour trial disc." I was like, bro, some of y'all didn't exist. I'm like, wow. Like, it's just like a giant rush. I'm like, whoa. It's like time.
I'm telling you, it appears that Darcy and the FBI have tried to send a message to Vision through this computer.
And I think that was in episodes prior.
Yeah.
Where he sent that message, and it's just now connecting.
Well, I mean, it's dial-up. So, so with the message coming through, just having the whole workplace read it was creeping me out.
Right. That scene reminded me of Jessica Jones, where the Kilgrave was at the was in the police. Well, not in the police station, but he controlled everyone at the police station.
Yeah,
that's what that scene reminded me of, and I like how eerie it was. It was like, okay, it was uncomfortable.
It was uncomfortable, and I love me some uncomfortable sometimes. So when Vision takes Zap's computer off and then zaps Norm and frees him from this, whatever this is, because Vision got powers too now. Let's not forget, Vision a badass in himself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's
up there built different.
He's built different. Norm breaks out and says like, "Wait, where am I? You have to help me." And I say, "She's doing. I got to call my sister. She's taking care of my dad. Like, I don't know what's going on." Like, he's really in pain. He's like, "No, I'm trying to understand what's going on here. You have to save us from her." He didn't say Wanda though.
That's where I was heading to. Now, when I said later, because I'm thinking this is Agnes. Now, it could be Agnes because I did some theory searching. Now, it could be I forget it. Agatha Harkness.
Yes,
is a character in Marvel that's also a sorcerer. We take the AG and then the last letters of Ness. That creates her name to make Agnes.
Yes.
Also, Agnes constantly brings up Ralph. Ralph could be Mephisto. So this could be. It's almost like the best way to explain this. You played Uncharted.
Yes, I have.
You feel like you have full control, right? When you're playing that game, but you don't. You're in a linear path. You're going where the game is sending you to. Wanda believes that she has full control, but she's only has a linear path that she could go through because she cannot control it all. That's why Agnes didn't react to the kids growing up, because she's already aware of this.
Yes.
And that's why she told her to stop talking, because she's already aware of all this.
It could be Agnes, and I'm agreeing with you that 80% if I didn't see Homegirl on the briefing wall, which she wasn't. And that's from episode 2 with her. What was her name again? Was it June?
I forget her name too. But from the 70s show?
No, from the 60s.
Okay.
She cut her hand with the glass of lemonade.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't seen anything from her.
Yeah, in a while.
She's kind of playing in the background right now. Now, it could be Agnes there, or in I think in comics, wasn't Agnes there also to protect Scarlet Witch?
I don't remember. Yes, she was. She was like her mentor.
So
she was her mentor.
That's why I'm thinking that. I think that the reason why she's always appearing there when it comes to now, once again, MCU always changes stuff from the comic books.
Yeah.
So it could be a thing where she is there to protect Wanda from the bigger threat, or they could just change her character completely and they change the scrolls around, so they could just change her and make her the threat.
Right.
But for some reason, I do believe that she may have her comic book presence of helping Wanda.
Right.
Always appearing when she's needed.
Episode that was brought up.
Yep, episode 1, when it comes to her, they didn't have dinner, she comes through with the dinner.
Yep.
And there's another incident where she was helping them out in episode 2, and then of course we had the kids episode 4, episode 3. Every time that we see her, she's coming there to help them out some kind of way.
Yep.
That could be necessarily her role, and her not telling, stopping her from telling us what's going on, could be in her way of helping them keep on this linear path,
right,
and helping them out. So we know that Vision ain't too happy with all this, but
yeah, I wasn't expecting him to yell.
But we're not there yet, because as they are there, see, because this is what helps your Agnes theory, because as we're walking, we're going, they're still looking for their dog Sparky.
Yeah,
which was the name of Vision's dog in the Vision comics.
Did not know that. Did people read that? I'm not
know. And Marvel on, they read it. And then Agnes appears and says that the dog had died because they ate some of it was in a rose bush, ate some poison flowers.
Don't know how many leaves he ate. I didn't find him until it was too late.
So the kids are highly upset, and Wanda tries to calm him down. She's like, yo, you can bring Sparky back because you can bring back the dead. And Wanda hesitates and adds in the back, like,
you can do that?
You can bring back the dead?
Right.
As in a confused, I was trying to read body language on that. I couldn't quite read what the body language was on that. And I was just like, is she disturbed that she can bring back the dead or not? Because once again, Wanda never truly brought back the dead.
Right.
It's not a living being.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Vision is not a human being. It's a motherfucker. I got the scientific term for it, but you know, so he's a machine. He's part machine. So
you can reprogram it.
Yeah, exactly. They never brought back, but she never brought back Pedro.
Right.
She brought back her parents.
Right.
You know, all the hurt that she has, she said, you know, we got to accept death. That is a part of life. But you know, we never got a chance to accept it. So I'm curious to see, where it's going, because Agnes if you pay attention to Agnes, she is really looking kind of almost mortified.
Yeah, right.
Almost mortified to the point like, if she can bring somebody back from the dead, so could this whole thing awry or blow up in the face or whatever case may be? But we don't necessarily know that yet. But they play a little Easter egg, and then when Vision comes, they explain to him that the dog has died, and they're in the kitchen and talking. And then Vision said, I talked to Norm today, and he wants to know right now, Wanda, what's going on? And then he is explaining to her, and he's like, look, you can't control me like you can do everybody else. And she said, can't I? And the credits start rolling. But I like how Vision like, no, we gonna finish this, because as the credits rolling, I'm just like, dang, I'm kind of into this right now.
I started liking that. I liked how they did that. And as we go on with this argument, though, that was also the base of my Agnes theory, because she's literally saying, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm not controlling anybody at all.
But before we got to that part, it's been, you know, he was just like, you know, what you do. Norm has a family. You can't do what you're doing is wrong. And then first of all, they get up like it's about to be civil war in that house already. So I can't tell you how many times me and my wife just flew up in the air and just start arguing. It's like, oh, let me calm down. And the Vision is just sitting there. He's just like, look, he said, I don't even know who I am before this.
Yeah. First of all, Paul Bettany's acting in that scene was fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I ain't gonna lie, I was turned on a little bit. I was like, oh, I see. That's what you see. That's what you see, Wanda. Okay.
And she was like, "You never talked to me like this." Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, first time for everything." All right. So And but she was like, look, I don't even know how this whole thing kind of even starts. So she kind of expressed herself, kind of let things let loose a little bit.
Right.
And then she was like, but you don't believe me. He said, look, Wanda, I want to believe you, but under these circumstances, I don't know if I just can't. Then we get that knock at the door.
Before that, Vision did point out, he said, there's no kids around other than ours.
Yeah.
Until this Halloween episode happens.
And then they had, see, you point out something else right there too, because in episode 2 they had that fundraiser for the kids.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was only probably necessarily for Wanda's kids, but now somebody is watching.
Yeah.
And whatever the problem is, they're going to fix it because now we get knocked at the door.
Yeah.
So Wanda's like, wait a minute, this is not part of my episode because I didn't plan this.
Right.
We said, nah, we get the knock. She opens the door. We see the back of the head. I'm sitting there just like, come on.
I was like, I was rolling the dice. Like, let's go. Let's go.
And that camera turned around and it was Evan Peters. I was sitting like doing all the slow motion and everything. I was like, yes.
Had to do the Will Smith Pursuit of Happiness. Yes.
So I knocked Black Panther head off of there, but I was excited. Don't nobody care about Aaron Taylor Johnson at all. I'm just sorry. They care about Godzilla. They care. It's like
kick ass. That was it.
Kick ass. Just be kick ass, I guess. But yeah, so he comes in like, hey, you can Big Bro come sweet little sister or what? And who's the popsicle? And that's how the show ends.
Yeah.
Now, theories going around the world. Everybody's side and it's breaking about this. Yeah, I want to hear your theory.
I've spent most of my theories, but when I tell you this morning by 7 a.m., WandaVision, Mephisto, Agnes, Wanda, Petro, Evan Peters, Disney Plus, all 7 of these plus more was all trending on Twitter.
Yes,
all of that. There was just the internet literally lost its mind because we may be getting this multiverse with all the X-Men, assuming that we are. So
they did promise a Luke Skywalker kind of cameo. Do you think it's Magneto?
I didn't put that together.
You think it's Magneto?
Because that will be the only one that will be a Luke Skywalker like cameo.
That's it. I'm like, shut.
That'll be the only
Michael
thing.
Fassbender or Sir Ian McClane. It don't matter.
Right. That'll be the only thing that would be a giant like this will blow everyone's mind.
Now, theories. Do you think that's Pedro? I've heard theories of people that they don't think that's Pedro. Do you think that's Pedro?
I think that's him, but like Kevin Feige said, this show is pretty much a prequel to what's going to happen in Doctor Strange, the multiverse, the madness of the multiverse.
Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, multiverse. Okay, my bad. Multiverse of Madness. I believe that is him, just from Fox's universe. Mm-hmm. So I definitely do think it's him. I
believe that they'll bring a Magneto, but I also think that they're going to start their own mutants because in this episode we have gotten the birth of mutants.
That's what I was going to say as well, because this is a birth from a unnatural being, I should say, that where powers can't really work on them, but they have powers. This is more of a mutation rather than a miracle. Thank God. Got rid of that. They're in here. They better not.
I swear, man. I kick this camera off, bro. I'll kick this camera off.
But yeah, I definitely believe that this is like their way of bringing in the mutants, also by picking key mutants from the Fox universe, but starting fresh. And that's a great way to
start fresh. But I do think that it's a possibility that Sir Ian McClane or Michael Fassbender comes as Magneto.
That would be great. I never thought of that because I was sitting there. I was like, I don't think there's any cameo that's going to be a Luke Skywalker big. But I never thought. I was like, maybe. I was like, because when you said when Monica says she knows somebody, maybe it is Reed Richards, but I don't think that will be explosive.
No, I'm not ready for that yet.
Right.
We dealing with Wanda here, so we're dealing with an X-Man and an Avenger.
Right.
So which way to bring things to the world? And then now with Wanda's, because see now you have to create the universe of hate. When you pull out X-Men and mutants.
Right.
You got to deal with that discrimination. So what better way to start discriminating than what Wanda has been doing? It could be perceived as Wanda abusing her powers to take over a whole town in New Jersey. That can instantly turn people on you,
right?
And which could cause the hatred for mutants.
Yep.
Because right now people adore the Avengers.
Yeah.
And that's what they think all exists out there is these Avengers. But if they saying, well, this Avengers has went rogue and then try to shoot took them away from their family, stuff like that, that's how we can get the birth of the hatred for mutants.
Yep.
So a lot of things is possible here. And I'm saying this show is just riddled with so much stuff. And it's to the point where now we're going to episode 6, which is the 90s, the Halloween episode.
Yeah. Finally.
What to expect from this joy at all now. I don't even know if Evan Peters is going to stay.
I hope he does. I really hope he does.
I don't know if that was a one and done type thing. I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, it has brought more eyes on for WandaVision. So if you guys are ready for our breakdown next week, you got to make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every Saturday, WandaVision episode reviews on the TV experience will be here. And like I said, Lovecraft Country will start on Sundays. And make sure you guys check out the movie experience as well. This has been a great episode. I've been enjoying doing these.
Yeah, I've been loving watching this show.
Oh yeah, but
I love watching this show.
You know what? I think, like I said, we should do breakdowns a long time ago.
It works better when it's not bingeable.
Yes.
When I like taking things in bulk, but this really like keeps the conversation going. I love the community and the theories that we're getting is a lot more fun. It is
fun to, like I said, to compare those. I had my written down notes. I went and going again to compare some notes. So it's just been a fun blast, man. I'm telling you right now, this thing has just been.
The conversation is back.
Yeah, Marvel's back, man, and we got something to talk about. Yeah. So there's the check, okay, and there's a check, and don't worry, I'm about to go cash it. So, guys, post any comments down below if you guys enjoyed WandaVision. Hit that like button; it really helps out the video to hit the like button and the bell to notify you when we put up more videos. The schedule's on the banner. Make sure you guys check everything out, and it's in our about tab as well. So please make sure you guys hit that like button. Y'all can like it and leave, okay? Even with the last breakdown video y'all watch, still like the video, okay? And so we're about to be out of here. So once again, this is NCN Place to Be. Chon Mustaine and the anime hero Swag on Zero.
Wanda is stronger than Captain Marvel.
Exactly. You can't tell me that. I was already riding on that train.
Let the non-believers, let the heathens, you know.
I mean, well, I won't say that about no witch, but I'm saying, that's it. Place to be, Church of Mustaine D, and we'll see you on the next channel.